Hi guys, it's Belle here and I'm coming on with my creative design team project for Tracy Fox. I will leave all the links you need for her down below, including her YouTube, her Etsy and her website, so do go check that out. And I have just been so excited to work with this kit, and I'm pairing it with another kit that I was very excited about, and one of my favorite Tim Holtz pieces of ephemera. So the kit I am working with is the Halloween assemblage. I know we're now creeping on to December, but I have been so excited wanting to play with this kit. And the other kit that I'm pairing pieces of it with is the Curious Cabinet of Artifacts. There's just pieces in that that are going to work so well. And I'm going to be pairing all that with the wonderful translucent acetate moths, one of my favorite all-time products that Tim Holtz ever created. And I will possibly be using in places, or I will be using in places, Tracy's Botanical Lab minis, which are TFC 2513. Love these with all the numbers and the flowers. And to bring in some texture, I wanted to use her passport background, which is CEC 1125. I haven't used this yet. I'm super excited, but it has all this, like, it has some of the words and it has this crackle. I just thought it would work really well in the background as texture. Please remember that you can only get Tracy stamps on her website. So I have all the little tags. There's so many. Oh, that should be over there. There's so many blank tags and colored tags and textured tags, and then pieces like this, which I always love. They're like collage, grungy collage. So there's all this in the assemblage. And then there's all these fun images, which are all a bit creepy and spooky, and some are tag-like. I mean, it says Halloween, but we're going to go more sort of gothic with pops of Halloween or autumnal. Just loads of amazing images. And then there's some other fun images, like little ghosties and moons. And then in the artifacts, the things that I've picked out are things like the bottles and things like that. We're just going to be using all sorts of bits and bobs. Also, what I need to show you is there are words. I love words in a kit. And labels. Lots of words. Going to grab those. And as I said, labels for different things. So yes, just go check, because I'm not going to exactly know absolutely everything that comes from each of the kits. But they're the two kits that I am using. So I'm going to move some of these over here. I want to keep these ones out because they're the images. And I'm going to need some inks and things. I want these as well. And we're going to get started. Now, I've pulled some bits that I think will work. I'm trying to work out if this is going to be a 2 video project, because I think I want to add some stuff that needs to dry. So I have one of the tags here, and we're going to grunge this up. Just some black texture, black soot distress. We also have these little bits. I just want to show you how to kind of make fun ephemera. Now, I'm not going to necessarily put this ephemera on anything in the videos, but it's fun to have some pieces made up that you can then add to a journal in a way that, or pieces of ephemera in a journal that could really work. So I want these to be a little bit, I'm going to kind of, do I want them like this? Do I want it more like this? I'm trying to work out how I want it. Oh, I think I like it like that. You can see I'm using the tags in different, well, in different directions. That's the word I'm looking for. What is wrong? What is wrong? I have some of these. These are stamps. I'm pretty sure they're from the Tim Holtz entomology kit. Also want to just rough these up a little bit. I can also do that with some of these, but it'll work well on this. I just want to do some little grungy pieces and have some numbers. I also have this. This is from a Tim Holtz die, and I've cut it out of some of my paper. I have some vintage map here that's this gorgeous kind of texture. We're going to bring in some texture in the background. That's not what I wanted, but that's okay. I'm going to rip it a bit more here. Bring that in. Okay, we'll do this. I might rip across the top there too. I'm thinking about putting that. Do I want it underneath? I think so. I'm definitely going to be stitching on here, guys. But obviously, you don't have to. You could just glue. Or do faux stitching. Or do hand stitching. I may even hand stitch some. I love this little creepy doll, and I picked out the word "be bad." I feel like the doll's telling you, you know, let's play. But be bad. I want this kind of here, I think, because that'll pick out the number. Okay, I'm liking a lot of this. I'm wondering about if I want some fabric in places. I do have some fabric and thread. I pulled out just some scraps here, some interesting, fun kind of textured scraps. I do have some of the vintage. This is, let me show you. It's actually fabric, vintage fabric measuring tape. You can just see some of the bits on it. I love it. I think it's an interesting texture. I could put that on here. Under there. Oh yeah, I like that. I'm wondering about some black thread. Oh, I have some other little bits. We have this fun lace actually. Let's try some of this. I don't think you can rip lace, but oh no, you can. And it really just gives it that grungy feel. I mean, why would we want a beautiful piece of lace and not rip it? I mean, honestly, sometimes I worry about us crafters. I love that there too. Oh, yes. Yes, but we don't need all of that. So I'm going to keep that for another piece. Is it tiny? Yes. Does that matter? No. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to start gluing some pieces down, and I will be bringing in some stamping as well. Not stamping, some stitching, as I said. Just need to glue things down into place. And then we need a bit of, which way did I want it? That way, or do I want it this way? I kind of love it that way. Okay, we're going to do that too. Let's make sure that's, I was going to say straightish. It doesn't really matter actually. I'll do this. And we are even going to want it maybe a little bit more ripped. Yep. Okay, now let's glue these together. Like so. Then we need this on here, so I need to glue this one first. I just love these kits, I really do. I mean, Tracy creates such beautiful digitals anyway. I was a fan of her work long before I ever became a member of her design team. And I have used her labels for years. They're kind of my go-to labels when creating, other than the Tim Holtz ones, the creator labels, curator rather. But her creepy, grungy, kind of gothic Halloweeny kits are definitely my favourite thing of hers, but that's just probably because, well, that's my jam. So yeah, but I love them. It's just the right amount of grungy creepy for me on that there. Now what I'm thinking is, I've moved that over a bit more, but actually I don't mind. I like the 4 there now. What I'm thinking is, I want to stitch this in a minute before I add the word to it. Yeah, I like that over there now. So that has actually worked out really well. Now I want to bring in the moth, but I think I only want half the moth. I just want part of the wings, or even a little eye poking out. It almost feels wrong to do this, but this is what I want for these pieces. I want them to have half a wing, or do I want it the other side? Do you know what? Now I'm looking at it, I really like it on the other side, which is interesting because I really thought I wanted it this side. Do you know what? I like it both. Let's do it this side. I really like it both, but let's do it this side. Gosh. I have some other little pieces. I don't know if I want to add those or not. We'll see. Right, so what I want to do is I'm going to do a stitch down here. And then I may also do a little stitch down here, but not all the way. I thought I'd also zoom you in a little bit. So there we have a little bit of stitching either side, which I think looks really good. And then I want to put the Be Bad on here. Maybe even there, maybe here. I feel like part of me really likes it here. And you know what? Sometimes it's good to go with your first thing. I'm just wondering if I want more threads. No, I don't think I do. So Be Bad. She's such a creepy little doll, such a creepy little doll. Do we love her? She's so creepy. Now I have some of the numbers, or even this. That might work up there. From the Botanical Lab minis. So let's put that. That looks creepy. I mean, I think it's like supposed to be a signature of some sort, but to me it just looks like creepy writing. And I feel like this doll would have creepy writing, you know? That's just how I feel. And it also just adds some more texture in the background. It almost looks like, now it doesn't say this, but it almost looks like it says Natalie. I know it doesn't, but it almost looks like that. And I kind of like it because this doll looks like that, don't you think? Hello, my name's Natalie. Would you like to come and play? And we're like, I think not. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to take this grid one. Come on, we all know we don't like creepy dolls. Why is it? That didn't come out as well. That is not the stamp's fault. That is definitely mine. I did not put enough ink on there. Let me get that out so you can see. We just don't like childhood things that are creepy, do we? that is in the background. See that? I really like it down here actually. Add a little bit more. Oh yeah, I like this grid on here. Yeah. So now I'm just adding it everywhere. But I like that grid on there. So let's do this. Now I think I'm going to put this one to the side. I do want to splatter and things like that with it, but for now I want to put it to the side, one, so this can dry, and two, so we can start making another one. Oh, actually, do you know what might work on it? Sorry, I know I said I want to put it to the side, but I have these little bottles and I did want to bring in a bottle. I think these bottles are from the artifact kit. The I do love those. Yep, we're going to bring that in. I think it's from the, sorry, something artifacts. What was it again? Sorry, I'm stretching. Curious Cabinet of Artifacts. I think they're from that one. But I just love them so much, and they kind of go with these colours and things. I needed to work with these two kits, and I've been so busy with other, oh yeah, yep. Some of you might have said, oh, it didn't need that bell. I felt like it did. Oh, love it. I've been so busy with like Oddtober and other things, and these, I'd had these all cut out for about a month and a half or whatever, a month, and they've just been looking at me, and I've been like, I just want to play with them. I think I actually used a few bits from the cabinet kit in my Oddtober makes, but yeah, I've just wanted to play with these. They're so good. And again, you put those things, two things together, Victorian and Gothic. I mean, that's my thing. That's what I like. That's the kind of Gothic I like. So it's always going to work well for me. Okay, now let's have a look. So we have this orange tag, and I'm thinking I want to come on with some of the plants from the Botanical Minis, because I love these as well. I think I want to come on with some of these. I'm wondering where my bigger where my bigger one is. I'll grab this one. This will do. And I'm going to come on in the background with this. Now, this might be nice embossed, actually. Okay. Just changed my mind. We're going to emboss it. So I need to find my, should we go hickory smoke? That's what we'll do. Okay. Again, I don't know how much of it you'll see, because I don't know how I'm going to decorate, but for now, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do that. Let's emboss. This is the Tim Holtz Hickory Smoke Embossing Glaze. Let's hope. Now, sometimes it doesn't do the best embossing, only because I'm using matte photo paper, and sometimes it works brilliantly, and sometimes it doesn't with the embossing glazes. But I just want it in the background as some texture. Let me heat emboss this. So the first impression didn't come out quite so well because, like I said, I used matte photo paper, but I did a second one, and now you can see that just in the background. Just adds a little something. So we're going to come on with our witches. I want those, I think, about there. We have this funky witch in the woods. That definitely gives me Creep on June vibes. No, Oddtober. I had this fun piece here. Yep. Okay, maybe move this down a bit. Oh, do I like that bit of orange poking out? think I like the bit of orange. But I also have a moth that I want to add. Like so. Yes, we added just... Oh, I think I prefer it over there. Yep. Okay. Now, I just need to add some bits and pieces, I feel like. So the first thing I want to do is I want to glue this to this. Actually, she's meant to be over a bit more on part of the tree, but not all the tree. Okay. And kind of just glue these two down a little bit because I might want to put stuff underneath it. And we've covered up so much of the beautiful embossing that I'm actually going to bring this down. Yeah, we covered up most of the embossing. That's okay. As I said, it just adds into the background. I could put more up there actually. I'm going to have this come in. Now what I'm wondering is, do I want that or do I want got like a skull? Let's have a look at that with the moth. I feel like the problem is I'm liking the different layers. So I feel like I want to see that they are different layers, but then maybe the moth's too close there. I do like that now though, instead of the other one. Just have a look. Let me put the lid on my glue. I have all sorts of bits and bobs in here. And also I do want to have a look at... Oh, we've even got a candle. Do you know what? I quite like that candle. Okay, let's have a look at some other pieces. I'm sure in here I've got some like mushrooms and things. Oh, like we've got a little jar with a spider in it. I don't like that one, but I'm sure I have some mushrooms. Where are you, mushrooms? Watch me find the mushroom and then not like the mushrooms. Where are you, mushrooms? I feel like I just saw one of you. Ha! Got you! I thought there was a little red one. A red one or the black one. Do you know, it's true. I looked for the mushrooms and now I don't like them. But I do kind of like the skull, if I'm honest. It's quite big. It brings in this, which I still like because this has some of the orange. Maybe I'll just stick with that. You never know, guys. You never know until you try it, do you? So that's what it's all about. I'm just trying to see if I've got any fun little pieces that I might want to add in here. Little like labels or anything. I do have my apothecary labels. No, I don't like that. We do have that, which I maybe like. Who would have thought something so small could be so troubling? Anyone who's crafted, that's who. Because we all know. Do you know what? I think I want it up by... We might have some black up by the moth, actually. We could have that down there. I do like that. I'm just wondering about a scrap of something. This is a bit of book. No, I don't like that. Could bring in more of this. We've got a teensy tiny bit of it on this bit. Nope. There's something. It needs something. I just need to find what it needs. Unless it's just some black lace of some sort. Nope. Maybe this. Let me have a look. This is quite beautiful. A little bit of this with this. See, now I do kind of like that. Oh yeah, I do. All right, now I need to get this glued onto these pieces with this. And then I need to do a little bit of stitching, I think, because these are definitely going to need to be stitched. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of stitching down here. And I'm also wondering where else I want a bit of stitching, because this is going to be here. Unless I do it right in the middle. No, I don't like it in the middle. If we have stitching down here, maybe up there. Okay, so I stitched across here, I stitched down here, and you can see I put the moth on and I put some black thread behind the moth and I stitched the moth on there too. And now we have the word moonlight, which I think could work. I mean, it could work there too. No, I like it across here. I don't know why I move things. Sometimes it's just that you have to check to see if they'll actually work. I want that across there. And I'm just wondering, because we've covered most of that up, but we could bring on the other one kind of down here. If I just did this little bit. And put that kind of down there. Again, I don't know how this is going to show up, but we're going to try it with the hickory smoke again. Oh, there's quite a lot of hickory smoke there. Okay, yeah, that's just a little bit, which is good. And now I'm going to heat emboss this. So there we have it. It just kind of shines at the bottom. Hoping you can see that. I think we're going to leave that one for now. It's not finished, but I need to think about finishing touches. Okay, and we have the next set that I want to work on. And again, coming in with the black ink, the black soot. We need to change my sponge on here. I think I might try the other stamp for this one, but I might try it actually on the piece that I've picked. This, at first glance, she just looks like a lovely lady sleeping. And then, what's that little hand? Is it hers? Or is something creeping, creeping, creeping as she's sleeping, sleeping, sleeping? Who knows? Now, I think I want these to be kind of like this. Kind of like that, I think. And then we're going to have creepy lady sleeping, sleeping as something is creeping, creeping. Yeah, just like that. And then these, I think this is from the artifact kit. Love it. Absolutely love it. So obviously I want to add this. I just love the look of that on there. I need to think with her, like if I'm going to add lace or something, or some scraps. So let us have a look at what we have. Do you kind of like the texture again? I'll bring this in. This way, that way. Oh yeah, I like that. It needs to be grunged up a little bit though. Yep. I like that. Honestly, this kit's so beautiful. You really don't need lots at all. So, ooh, like so. There's some of this black lace as well. I'm wondering. Do 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 do. Just pulled all of that. But let's have a look. Kind of want it behind with that on top. You can't see it very well because obviously this is on black. It's on a black mat, but it does look good. So I'm going for that. I do have like something like that actually. I kind of love that. Let's have a look. Sometimes it's okay to change your mind halfway through. Oh yeah, I like that. I do actually really like that. And I could still put the black lace on top of that. Like so. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I'm going to bring in, as I mentioned them, some curator labels. Now, this is a mix of my Tim Holtz ones, but also Tracy does have, this is from the exhibit kit. She has a whole load of them, and I've already I'd printed out a couple of sheets of it, and I'd already cut them into here. So this is a mix, as I said, of Tim Holtz and Tracy's curator labels. So no, I want a little one. That might be too little. And then we're going to add one of those. I really should have my little ones somewhere closer to the thingy, but I use them so much that it's just, let me find one. I was saying I use them so much that they just get moved around all of the time. So, you know, I think I might have it up there. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Let's start gluing her down a little bit onto different things. And she's definitely going to need some stitching. So I may actually go and do that now. She needs to have, oh, she's at a bit of an angle. Or these are at an angle. I'm not sure which. Her. She's definitely at a bit of an angle. Let's just move her gently. I'm definitely going to have to stitch down this piece to attach these two pieces underneath. So I'm going to go do that. Okay, so I did a double stitch. That's now secure, which is good. Do this on here. If you heard that, that was my cat. Okay, now I want to add a moth. Another moth. So I'm thinking about adding the moth. Maybe around there would be good. Yep, that works for me. Gosh, that was simple, considering. And then I have one of these. I have made a few and I got Centre View. I'm almost out. I love these. They've become one of my favourite things to use in makes. I just love the metal with the glossy accents. Yep, I like that. Now I had this little test tube piece, but I'm wondering if I actually want something else. Because I had this. I mean, that still looks quite cute actually, doesn't it? Are you guys going, cute? That's questionable, Belle. Okay, I like it. I like it. We do have a few other pieces, so let me have a bit of a look, because why just take those, although I do really like this. Okay, we do have one of these as well. I feel that that also works, but that it covers too much. We have laudanum. That kind of works as well, doesn't it? We can still put this across it. Try and decide which I like best. Do you know what? I feel like I like the tube best, because we get to see more of that, I think. But now I've taken that away. Now I'm liking this. We're going to go for the bottle. I know. I can hear you all saying out there, Belle, the test tube worked better. I know. It probably did. But I don't know. I'm loving these bottles. So there we go. Even though we covered up so much of that now. But that's okay. Put this little bit on here. Okay, so how many is that? That's 3 we've made so far. I like it down here now. Okay, that's 3 made so far. So let's do something a little bit, I want to say different. It's not going to be that different, but it's going to be bigger. Oh, I know what I wanted to add on here. Sorry, I've just remembered. We haven't even got a word on here either. I haven't used this stamp yet, so I'm super excited. But it had some writing on here. I need to move everything out of the way. It had a little bit of writing and I wanted to use it. Where's my Versamark just gone? So I just want to use that, and I'm using it in my Versamark Vintage Sepia. Oh yes, 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 yes. I just want a little bit of the writing. And hopefully this shows you that you can just use parts of a stamp. Oh, look at that. You can use just parts. You don't have to use a whole bit of a stamp. Oh, I like that a lot. I do. Wondering about adding a bit more up here, actually, where the moth is. Did I do the bottom bit? I guess we're going to find out when I actually stamp it. Oh, yes. I like that. Perfect. Yeah, you don't have to use a whole stamp. Let's stamp that off and clean it. When you are working, you can use a part of it. Because obviously I have script stamps. You've seen me use them. But as I have Tracy's and this is a design team project, I wanted to use her stamps for this. So yeah. Right, let's see if I can find a word now, because I feel like they all need words. Okay, let's have a look. Fright Night would work well. Or ghost or dun dun dun. I like the silence. Silence is one of my favourite words, although we do have skeleton. Silence is one of my favourite words to use on a piece. I don't know why. I think I like the way it looks. And if it's like a spooky piece, then I don't know. It just works for me anyway. The idea of silence. And again, it's that idea of, is it her hand? Oh yeah, that works up there. Or is it someone else's? Da, 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 da. Yep. I like that there. I do. It can actually go underneath the wing. Ah, what do we think, guys? Try and get that actually in shot so that you can see it. I love it. So we've got 3. I think I'm going to just zoom you out a little bit. The reason being, I want to make almost like something that could work as a page tab, a long one, or as a belly band, or as something like that. That's what I really want to make now, just to show you that you can do different sized pieces with this. And we've got all of these, and then we're definitely going to make more, because I am having so much fun. I mean, so much fun. Another winner. And again, another thing I love is when kits can all work together. And these kits, Tracy's kits, definitely do that for me. Or when a creator makes kits across their shop that can work together. Yeah. Let's do all this. I should have pre-inked them all, shouldn't I? We're definitely adding splatters and things. But for now, look at this little witch. Now, has these two little girls witches too? Or is this like a Hansel and Gretel, or even a Baba Yaga situation where, you know, the girls got lost in the wood and the witch was like, ah, ah. But this creepy one, do you see the ears behind, how they're pointy? But have we got another one that I like more? We've got another witchy lady. Got a doll. Doll might work. Creepy twin girls. There we go. I think they work better than the boys. Why? I don't know. But there we go. So. It reminds me of last year's Creep On June kit, where the Craftly Hall one, where there were loads of twins in it. That really worked for me. So. Let's do these pieces. Okay, so I think I want this like this, and we're making it long. So maybe this one. Don't know. I want it in or out? Maybe out a little bit. Maybe the darker one will work better. Okay. So yeah, if we're going to make it like a kind of belly band or something like that that could work, I'm going to have my ruler here, because it's roughly about 8 inches, so it needs to come down a little bit. Yeah. And again, hopefully this is just showing you that if you've got tags, you can put them whatever way you want. Now, I just want these to stay in place. So for now, I'm just kind of gluing a little bit, because I don't know where I'm going to add fabric or anything like that. But I want these to kind of stay in place. So, just a little bit. Stop moving. Let's just glue this bit. Yeah, you can just use tags differently. You can layer up differently. You don't have to just make a tag with tags, if you see what I mean. Now, I could obviously cut these down so they don't even look like tags, but I want them to look like tags. I want to have that effect for some of them. It's just what I would like. So I'm wondering now. I feel like they have definitely got to go up there. Maybe I could even have these down. That is definitely going to be lower than 8. Sorry. That's 8.5, so that would be all right there. It would actually be okay. Do I want it moved over a little bit? Okay, that like that. We've got Mr. Skelly Dude. And I did have this. Bringing in those bottles again. I actually have a bigger one that might work better. Where is it? Where is it? Wouldn't you know it, the first two things I pull out are, might add that, are some sort of mushroom. Because obviously they are, because it wasn't like I was looking for them earlier or anything, was it? Thought I had a bigger bottle. Yes, there it is. I knew I had a bigger one. It's got a skeleton on it though, and we're going to use quite a few skeletons. So we could have that there, and I also wanted to bring in a skeleton too. See, now I think that's too much skeleton altogether. You guys might be saying, no, Belle. No, it's not. It's great. Just have more skeletons. But I feel like it's too many skeletons all in one bit. Poison. I kind of like that rather than this one. Okay. So we're going to have that there. Another skeleton. We're bringing in the wings again, so they will be in. Got this little piece. It's a Tim Holtz piece. It says Casket and Co. So I was wondering about just bringing it in. We could have the word Casket, or we could have it over here. Casket and Co. Limited. Oh, I like that. I do like that. We do have the mushroom as well. Kind of like that as well. We have another number. We could have a, no, there's too much. One of these pieces. Nope, it's too much. Okay. Oh, I kind of like the 3 there. Okay. Or let me just check. Do you know what? I like it there too. But we could put a word across there, couldn't we? So we could have the 3 here with this. Okay, okay. It's coming together. It is coming together. Now I feel like we've got a candle as well. Now I feel like what I need. Oh, we've actually got the word Halloween. What if I don't just want it to be Halloweeny though? No. Okay, let's bring that back. Okay, I'm just wondering about other. Do you have this one too? No, I don't like it. Sorry, I'm just playing with bits now, but that's okay. Do I like that? It's a ruffle made out of some hand-dyed paper. Oh, I do. I do like it. I do, I do. Okay, let me start sticking a few bits down. Okay, so I've glued some of them down because what I want to do is I want to start thinking about extra little labels or things that we're going to kind of add as interest behind some of these pieces. You know, like threads as well and stuff like that. So I just want to, like, I like that right there. Just there, I like that. Yeah, let's ink that up. Yeah, I just want to add some interest to places. But this would work great as a belly band. It'd work great as a side tuck on a pocket. It would even work great as just like a really large tab on a pocket. Oh, we've got one of those as well. I could bring that out. Yeah, so there's lots of options with these things. I need to put that over there because I'm definitely having that. Also really like that we got this candle as well. Nope, the word's going there, although I do love the candle. And I'm wondering about adding an actual tab onto this piece. That might work quite well. if we have a tab somewhere, like down here, maybe. Yeah, I'm going to do that now, just as a bit of fun. That's going to go on whilst I remember where I wanted it. So we've got a little tab on there as well. Let me bring that up so you can see. We're obviously going to do something with that, because right now it's just a plain tab, and that's not how this works. We could even add a second moth, like wings. There's going to be a big moth behind, so that's why I'm wondering, do I really need... Oh, I pulled out a tab to possibly use. Like if we wanted some wings up there. Like if I wanted, I don't know. Okay, let's get some of these little pieces. Yeah, I had a large tab that I think I'd pulled out to possibly use in it that I then didn't. Let's get some fun pieces. Do you think that'd work really well here? On that way. Maybe it would work better here. Oh gosh, come on. Okay, all fingers and thumbs today. That's okay. Yes, that goes really well there. I'm just going to glue that down now instead of trying messing about with it. While we're at it, I think I'm going to cut them off and add that already too. Honestly, I love these moths. I need to buy more. I never just buy one bag of these moths, I'm going to be honest with you. I always buy... Do I want it there or there? Or there? Up there? I feel like here's good. I always buy at least 2 bags when I buy the moths. I can't help it. I love them. So that's what I do. Rip and tear it. Really rip and tear it. Oh my goodness me, that really tore. I was wondering even if that went with this, like if it would go with them on the moth. But I don't think I want it to be. Okay, that's a bit too ripped and torn there. Let's have a look over here what we could do. Do we want it under the skelly? That's what I'm wondering. Come on. Yeah, I like that under the skeleton, just there. Got to remember this is going to go here. And I have somewhere, is it in the bottom of here? I have one of my hand-dyed brads. But the thing is, I want to stitch first. So I don't want to be putting the brad in till after I've stitched. If that makes sense. Oh. Honestly, I'm loving these. Okay, so we've got that. We've got some there. Wondering about anywhere else. Right, because we're going to have this here. And then we're going to have the skull kind of here. Did we want it brought down? Like so. A little X that we can put somewhere, anywhere. Maybe even on there. Nope. Oh, up there. Yeah, I like that up there. I do. I'm just going to add that now. I'm wondering though about a little bit of, got some of this green stuff. This is beautiful. This was sent to me some Happy Mail. In fact, you would have seen it recently. And I immediately pulled it out because I knew it would work well with these projects. So, yeah. So pleased about that. Put this on here. Oh yeah, that just looks so good on there. Okay, and then we got the poison and the skull. I do like the skull, but I am wondering. Tell me to stop wondering. My brain keeps going off in other directions. Could put this on here. No, we're going to have the skull. I do have a different type of skull. Do you have a smaller one? Is that what I'm after? Do I think that works better? No, we're going to stay with him. We're just going to do it, and I'm going to stop worrying so much about things. I have so many great scraps, and I'm not using any of them. I think it's because I'm liking how the bits are coming together even without them. No. Okay, let me just look. Do you have some like tracing paper? Not tracing paper, baking paper. A little scrap of that. No. Oh my gosh, I almost threw that. Maybe this is what it means. A little bit of book page. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, can you? Yeah, that's what it needed. Okay, well that's good. Now I found what I was looking for. This is the paper you were looking for. Yes, that was a Star Wars reference. I'm not even that big a Star Wars fan. I know. But my boys love it. So we do celebrate May the 4th every year. Or we used to when they lived at home. We used to have a big celebration, watch Star Wars. We used to choose different movies and things to watch for the day. And we would have like a fun meal. And there would always be a game, and then they could win usually some sort of Star Wars related goodie. So yeah, we used to do Star Wars Day, May the 4th, every year. So even though it is not a favourite of mine, it's kind of just in my head because of the amount of years that we watched it and stuff. It's also a very weird thing to be talking about whilst I'm making creepy gothic ephemera. Although Darth Vader is creepy, so you know. Yeah, some thread there. Now what I think is I want to go and stitch, and I want to stitch down here definitely. And I may want to stitch here. And that might be it. Let me go do that. Right, so I added quite a bit of stitching. I stitched down here. I stitched here twice. And I stitched down there. And you can see all the beautiful threads on this piece. Now I need to add the brad here. Just here. Straight through the moth as well. I feel so bad, but I'm also loving using these moths. Oh yes, that just adds another element, doesn't it? All right, this moth's still drying because obviously it's kind of an acetate moth, so it takes time to dry. Do you know what we didn't add that I reckon we could? Firstly, let's find some words. Let's find some words. Dark and terrible. That would work well, wouldn't it? I like the term lily. No, we're going to have dark and terrible. Let's get that. I tell you, a piece often doesn't feel finished to me unless it has a word on it. I don't know why that is. Let me know what you think down below. If, like, for you, words and adding things like that are a must for your projects. Because I know, like I said, that they are for me. I don't add them to everything, but if you've been here any length of time, you'll know that I do add them to a lot. I need to move this a little bit, I think. Yeah, that's better. All right, so we've got the terrible, dark, and And now I think we'll make one more piece after this. And then I think I'm going to add some, oh, we need to add some stamping to this too. Can't not have any stamping. Okay, so we've got dark and terrible, and now I've thought about the stamping. And I really want to use this kind of crackle bit here. I want to try that. And again, I'm going to do it in the VersaFine Vintage Sepia. I need to find the crackle bit myself. And just put that on there. And see what this will look like in certain places. Oh, look. Yes. This is what I'm looking for. This is the stamp you were looking for. I'm sorry. I need to stop, I know. Let's go with some of the words again too. Just up here with the witch. Oh yes. And maybe here. Let's see how that looks with the skelly. Actually, he needs a little bit more. You need a little bit more, Mr. Skelly. Oh yeah. Love it. Let's bring it in places. I'm literally just bringing it in now. Let's see on the skull as well. Oh yes. Like, look. I love how it looks. I need to clean that. And I'm just looking at my other stamp. Oh, do you know what's on? Where's the other stamp? There it is. We have little numbers on here too. And I love a little number. I do love a little number. So I might add the numbers. Sorry, I'm trying to get it stuck onto here. I might add the numbers in black rather than the brown. So let's do that. Just going to stamp this off because I don't think I've used this number. Yep. Okay, let's really make sure that bit. Okay, where can this go? I can go here. Let's just do that this way. Oh, yes. Yes. Sorry, I get super excited. I just do. Okay. Let's have another number maybe here on the skeleton. You can't really see that one, but that's my fault because of where I put it on the skeleton. But it still adds a little something. A little something. Let's have this one. Let me just stamp that off again. Okay. Maybe up here. I'm trying to think which way around this is. Maybe up here. Yeah, just at the top there. Okay, got some of those. Let's move this on my ink pad. We'll get that away in a minute. And let us add dark and terrible. I feel like I got that there. Dark and terrible. Would that work like that? Yeah. Okay, that's what we're going to do. I do think I want things like maybe some crypt paste on here in places, and some glossy accents, maybe even some crackle paste, but I don't know about that because that can react weird to the paper that I'm using for this. Dark and terrible. This definitely needs to move around a little bit, sort of thing. Okay, what do we think? I think this looks very good. So we're going to do one more, and then, or shall we just add some glossy accents and crypt paste to this now? No, I want to make one more. I really love this long one, actually. I feel like I might want to make another one of those, even though they take longer. Maybe we just add the glossy accents and things for now, and then in the next video we can make a decision. But yeah, here they are, some of these. Oh, I'm loving how they look. Okay, first things first, I'm going to get the crypt paste. That's what I'm going to get. And I'm going to come on in places with, let's move this now, with the crypt paste just in places. Because I just think, you know, we all know I love crypt paste. It's just a thing. I love the texture it adds. I love the way it picks up ink colour. I love all of it. So there we go. It's just what I want to add. It's just a go-to for me. So there's the crypt paste on that one. Let's have a look on this one. I feel like we need less. I don't even know if we're going to have any glossy accents on this one, because there's nothing really that needs a glossy accent on it, unless I do the word, maybe. Don't want that all over there because that's got the embossing on it. Try not to get the threads in them. Sometimes that happens, the threads get caught in my crypt paste, which, you know, is interesting. Let's just add a bit more texture to that. Okay, that's that one. Our lovely sleeping lady. I don't think we need too much crypt paste on this one. See, that's quite a lot. Let me take that off. Just there. Yeah. I think that's the only place we need it. And now on our large piece. So onto here. Let's have a look. Oh, well, we're going to put a little bit kind of across here. That's what we're going to do. Just kind of there. Again, that's a lot on there. Let me take some of that off. So I still want to see some of that writing that I've stamped onto there. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I just love this stuff. I say it all the time, so I apologise. If you're new here, hello, welcome. One of my favourite products is Crypt Grip Paste. But I know I say it all the time, guys, but I just do love it. Again, it's not for everyone, but of the texture paste, this is my favourite. The second favourite would obviously be the white one, just plain opaque, because you're going to need a plain one for certain projects, aren't you? Crypt paste isn't going to work for everything. Shocking, I know, but that's true. But it would be crypt paste, then the plain white opaque are my favourites. I'm thinking of trying to get some of the, what is it called, rock candy one. I used to have that years ago, but it came in a squeezy bottle. That's how old it was. That, you know, they used to always do the bottles for the glossy accents and that, which I still have. I think they still do the bottle for glossy accents, and also crackle glaze and all that kind of stuff. I've got my bottles here, and they used to do one just like that for the kind of rock candy one, but I think it's now in a jar. And again, I've got different kinds of glossy accents, but this is a really old bottle. And where I've used to have a pin in it, which don't do that, it's not good for it. It's discoloured it a little bit. I like that. So depending on the project, depends what glossy accent I will use. Whether I want a plain, clear, beautiful one, or whether I want the grungy kind of looking one. So I'm doing the bottle on here. I think the bottles definitely need to have glossy accents. And the thing is, the moth's wing is shiny, so adding a bit of glossy accents kind of ties those two things in. And I don't want a perfect glossy accent on there, because that just wouldn't go for the vibe, would it? I'm wondering if that's the only thing I need glossy accent on. I think so. On here, I'm just going to put it on the word. Like so. Okay. On here, we're going to add it to the bottle again. The camphor bottle. Do 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 do. Like there. I am wondering if I want it on the word as well. No. Okay. And on here we've got the bottle again. Now, should I be adding it to the label that's on the bottle? Probably not, because that's not very realistic. But who needs realism when we're working with Gothic Creepy? Do, do, do. Yeah. Again, it's not perfect. I'm deliberately leaving some holes and things like that because I want it to have a pitted effect. I think that would work well. And I need something for there. So we're going to leave it at that for today. And I'm going to come back with another video once these have dried. I'm going to leave them overnight to dry. Then we're going to do another video. Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no. I turned that upside down. That's okay. It's not actually too bad. And so we'll get to see it all, do finishing touches like definitely need some splatters. I need to do something with this. We might even add charm to it, and we'll see how that looks. So that's it for now. Please do go and check out all the descriptions in all the links down below in my description boxes where you can find these stunning kits by Tracy. And yeah, I'll be back again soon. Until next time, guys, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're still having lots and lots of creepy, grungy, crafty fun. Bye for now.